Hey, what's up guys, Lux here bringing you a new video, and today we're going to be taking a look at LEGO Minecraft set 2.11.15, the first night. Now this set was a little bit challenging because things didn't line up exactly like they did in the LEGO set compared to the actual Minecraft game, so I took some creative liberty. Not too much, just a few things that I thought would make it look just a little bit better. So you guys tell me down below what you think. I'll point out what I changed or modified to make it look better, and you guys tell me down below if you think I should just follow the set exactly as it should have been. But anyways, let's get started. So first off, we're going to start off with the minifigures, and first off here we have Steve, just plain Steve. Now this Steve was not very common at the time that this set came out, or well, it was common because it came in every set. However, it was a new figure at the time, a fairly new one, and this one came with a wood sword and a wood axe, which makes sense because it is the first night the Steve has to survive, so those are the typical tools that someone of this level would have. Anyways, the next figure we got here is the Creeper. Now the Creeper, very iconic, very known. In the LEGO set, he actually has a bit of a darker green tone. I would prefer if it was light green, or even better, have those little details of white and light green, but obviously that would probably take a lot more money and make the sets cost a bit more. So for a LEGO Minecraft Creeper, pretty neat, and it's a very good inclusion in one of the first LEGO Minecraft sets, or minifigure sets, I should say. And last but not least, here we got a pig minifigure, or brick build figure, and you know, it's pretty typical, pretty normal, not too much to look at here. Just your typical pig that we've been seeing now for ages. Similar with the Steve and similar with the Creeper, but you know, it's never bad to get multiple mobs, friendly or hostile, because you can always build them up. Steve's though, that's a different story. Anyways, now let's move on to the build. So I'm going to start off from the left all the way to the right. So up here we have a little bit of a grass structure, not too much, just a bunch of elevation and land. We have a little flower up here, not too bad. I'll save the house for last. Over here to the right of the house is actually the pig farm. Over here Steve seemed to have captured a pig, which is fairly impressive, starting up a little farm for the first night. So but yeah, he has plans for this pig, whether it be good or bad. But yeah, nice little build there, and it's not too hard to translate that. Now here I did take creative liberty. Underneath the wood block there was actually another block of dirt, and then the wood planks should have gone on top, then the half slab, but I decided just to put the wood planks there and then the half slab so the pig doesn't get out. I think it looks a little bit better, and it doesn't look as good in game as it does in LEGO, so that's one thing I removed. Moving right along, we got more flowers and just a random block over here with another flower. So yeah, pretty neat. Side note, everything inside the dark green wool is actually included in the LEGO set, so anything outside of it, not really. Just in case you were curious why that was there. But now moving on to the house. In the front of the house you can see a torch, which is actually included in the set. No creative liberty there. Then we got windows, and as you can see here we have some cobblestone blocks. Now in the actual LEGO set you can actually see some gray bricks, and given that they have cracks between them, I'm pretty sure they're meant to represent cobblestone, so that's what I put here. I put them a little higher because in the actual set, you know, the scaling isn't exactly the same, but I think that's a very good place to have it. And in my opinion, it would look a bit uglier if it was on the bottom by one block in the actual game. So over here you can see the door, obviously not a very normal looking door, but the door in the actual LEGO set is 3 blocks high, and I wanted for it in game to be actually 3 blocks, so I just added a trapdoor. Now the trapdoor obviously doesn't open along with the regular door, but it's just a little bit of detail I thought would look nicer. And as you walk in, on your right side you can see a chest, and inside the chest there's actually just a slice of bread, as the LEGO set includes. So but yeah, I think that's all that Steve could afford to get at the time, so bread isn't bad. It's a very good food in game, and it's a pretty good piece in LEGO as well. Just slightly longer than I think what it looks like in the game. But over to the left we can actually see a crafting table just like in the center of the room, not really touching any of the walls or the windows. So odd, but I kind of like the placement there. Moving forward in the house, you can actually see a bed with a little table he decided to make himself, as well as a picture frame with a wood pickaxe. I guess that's his first pickaxe, he wants to save it, so that's where it is on the wall. Obviously I couldn't make a pickaxe that big to scale like an actual LEGO, but that's pretty much what the layout would be, so that's how I incorporated it there. Now over here there's a little workstation or cooking station. You can see a furnace. In the actual LEGO set it's using the old furnace format or little build with the non-printed piece in the bottom, and it just uses translucent square studs. So here I decided to turn on the furnace, and there we go. It's heating up, not heating up anything, but just to give that little animation in the bottom to replicate what the actual set has. Now over here next to the furnace we can see a little potted plant, a rose in it, so not bad, and we can see some half slabs on top of the wood planks if you look closely enough in the actual Lego set. So yeah, pretty neat. So that's pretty much it for the interior. Not too much, but I'd say he did pretty good for his first night. It's a pretty sizable house, and besides the material that he decided to use for the roof, he's doing pretty well for himself. Now moving on to the actual roof build, because there is some content up there. Now we move up to the roof, we can actually see a layer of dirt, and then on top of it is a layer of grass. As you can see up here, there's a little flower build, or just a flower located there, and as well as a tree growing on top. So not sure if he dug in the side of the mountain and built his house there, or he just added that for flair / environmental purposes, but it looks pretty nice. The tree build is very typical for a Lego oak tree build. Not bad. Translates decently well in Minecraft as well, and overall looks pretty good. Now coming over to the back, you can see that I added some wood planks where some fences should be located. This is because if I remove the wood plank, the actual glass pane would be incomplete. It wouldn't attach to a fence, so I added an actual solid block there. That way it would look normal in the inside. So yeah, that's a little modification that I added myself. I could have used regular glass, but in the actual set it looked like it was in between the bricks, so that's why I want to look like in Minecraft, being in between the blocks like glass panes typically are. So yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. Again, it's not too complex or specialized pieces scattered around everywhere. It's just Minecraft regular brick build house, and I think they did a pretty good job in, especially with the house having a little like dollhouse function, if you want to call it that, where it opens and closes. Very neat in my opinion for a starter set for Minecraft. So if you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. I do these every 2 weeks, at least I try to. Lego Minecraft to Minecraft comparisons. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.